All right, here we go. Hey guys. So I know I said that I was gonna be I would try to stream every single Chicago Blackhawks game, and last night there was a game and I didn't stream. So I'm kind of sorry about that. If anyone was expecting a stream and they didn't get the stream, I'm terribly sorry. I had actually, I felt actually yesterday I felt kind of bad. Just a lot of personal things happening. Well, I don't want to keep blaming it on personal things, but honestly, that's really what's been happening. It wasn't that bad this time, but like I just kind of didn't have the energy to do anything, and plus I had actually gone out earlier in the morning and went grocery shopping, and since I don't have a car or anything, I used the public transit to get to Walmart and do grocery shopping, and then I came home, and the bus that normally takes me home, the bus that takes me to the shortest stop from my home, that bus actually there's only one of those that comes by every hour, and since I had milk, I didn't want to wait around for another hour for the that bus to come in so I can get a shorter walk home. So I decided to suck it up and take the bus that comes here every 20 minutes instead, just so I can get home faster, so that the milk doesn't spoil. And I was carrying the groceries for well over a mile, so I got really tired and kind of just passed out. And I woke up and I was already halfway through the second period. So I'm like, oh well, yeah. So I can't just keep blaming it on personal problems. I mean, that was a kind of a big thing as well, just making me feel really bad. But then also, just the grocery shopping and stuff like that, and I just passed out. So yeah. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Chicago. Um, Really great showing by Chicago this week. Very very um, slow start to this to the first few games of the season, but they won against the Oilers, which I was very very proud of. The Oilers have been super red hot, and you know we just host them at the United Center, and felt my throat getting dry, so I had to take a little sip of sweet tea. But yeah, so went to United Center and we beat them 3-1. Honestly, I I felt that the Edmonton's power play, honestly, they were killing their own power plays because of the shoddy passing that night. I was expecting them to score at least like two goals in the power play because that's really what's been lifting Edmonton to those wins. So very very surprised that we actually did beat Edmonton 3-1. Um, and I'd like that to continue happening. We got the win in overtime last night against Columbus 3-2. Um, Kaner's been looking a little bit better, but he's still not in tip-top shape just yet. I'll still give him a few more games, but if he's still like this around game 25, then there's obviously going to be a little bit of a problem. Uh, I still don't expect us to just drop out of the playoff race just because he's not performing that well. I got a message on Discord. Not a big deal. Let me go check it real quick. Okay, we're all good. Lots of stuff flies around Discord, and so I need to keep up with a lot of stuff. But yeah, so it's just extraordinarily dry this morning. It's around 8:45 in the morning, and I just woke up, and I feel a lot better. My sleep schedule is finally back on track, for the most part, anyway. So everything should be fine now. Let's see. So yeah, I honestly expected us to actually win in regulation. I expected a score like 4-1 or something like that. But that Texier kid, man, I mean, like after the a good playoff run that he had last year with the Blue Jackets, now's the regular season, and it's time to really see what that kid is made of. I mean, I like him. Texay's very promising. I think he's at what, like 19 years old, 20 years old, something like that. He's pretty young. But I do really like what that kid's got. And I hope that he actually starts to kind of solidify the next future of Blue Jackets. And I hate saying that because like they've been a pretty okay team, and then all of a sudden, just everybody, all the good free agents left. Well, all the good players became free agents and left the team. Panarin signing with the Rangers, Bobrovsky signing with the Panthers, and Matt Duchene signing with Nashville. So it's everyone projected them to be like really low in the standings, at least at the very least like sixth or seventh, possibly even last place in their division. So it's doesn't look good for Columbus, but I still have faith in them. I still have some hope. Columbus is actually one of those teams that I don't actually mind cheering for, despite the close proximity to Chicago and all that stuff. They are an Eastern Conference team, so it's not really that big of a deal. They're not a division rival or anything. Same thing with Detroit. Once they move to the Eastern Conference, I don't really see them much as a rival anymore, honestly. Every time that there's a game going on, of course, that old rivalry kind of like sparks back up again. And, I'm just like, oh, screw you, Red Wings and stuff like that, which, again, it makes me especially feel weird that, I would actually get a Detroit jersey and actually, feel good wearing it. Because, like, normally they're a rival, and it's a team that I should not be cheering for. But, hey, it's Mr. Hockey. You kind of have to, respect Mr. Hockey. Gordie Howe. But yeah, anyways, just showing off. But yeah, Texier, he's a really good kid, and I like to see what he's got, and I like to see him perform well in the NHL. But yeah, hopefully we can bring that momentum into tomorrow's game against Washington, and then 2 days later we have a game against Vegas, and I'm pretty sure Chicago's still the only team that hasn't been able to beat Vegas in the entire league, which is very, very surprising to say the least. But considering how Vegas had been a juggernaut ever since they came into the league, it's honestly semi-understandable, but it's still very, very embarrassing that it's been. This is their third season, and we still haven't been able to beat them yet. It just feels really weird. Because we're supposed to be an okay team, up until the 2017-2018 season happened. Well, not just okay. We're supposed to be a powerhouse. We had been a powerhouse for a good 10 years or so. No, I wouldn't even say that. Probably like 7 or 8 years. There were a few slip ups in between, especially the 10-11 season and the 11-12 season. So in between our 2010 and 2013 Stanley Cups, those two seasons were kind of miserable for us, honestly. We were close to missing the playoffs after just being a Stanley Cup champion. So, and then we met Vancouver, and they completely just they destroyed us in the first 3 games. We tried to come back, and we forced the game 7, but then Alex Burrows scored that goal, and I'm just like, oh, that was so close. And then Phoenix somehow knocked us out, in the first round, and that was a big shocker. So, of course, things had to happen. But yeah, I'm hoping we can carry this momentum. We're finally firing. Not on all cylinders just yet. I still expect Colleton to be shuffling some lines around. He's been doing that every single game, and it seems like he's found a lineup that actually works. But I wouldn't put it out of I wouldn't put the idea out that he's still trying to shuffle lines up and trying to see what could work even better. We just have to kind of just pay attention to what the morning practice skate up lines are, or skating lines are, and just see if he wants to keep rotating Kajula and Nylander, if he's gonna put Perlini back in the lineup or whatnot. Is Perlini gonna stay benched forever, or he's gonna get a few games in the roster? It's just a lot of things. Do we try to put Shaw? Or not Shaw? Do we try to put DeBrincat, Strome, and Kane together again, or does DeBrincat just stay up there on the first line with Taves and Kajula / Nylander? It's just a lot of things that there must be a lot of things that are going through Colton's mind, because because as much as the lineup works a lot right now, um, you can't deny the level of chemistry that Stroman and DeBrincat have. I mean, considering that you know considering that they played together in the minors and now they're playing here on the Blackhawks and stuff like that. And it's just like also Taves and Kane are a really good tandem together. So, but then do you do you put Shaw down to the third line or whatever, or you keep him on the second line with the Brinket and Strome? What do you do? Could Shaw potentially play right wing instead of left wing and stuff like that? Or actually, does he? Yeah, I think he plays left wing. I don't remember. But yeah, do you keep Shaw in the second line, or do you move him down to the third line? Does he deserve to be put down to the third line because of Stroman to Brinket, and whatnot? And do you put Kane there with them, or do you put Kane up to the first line and have it with Taves and have a solid chemistry there? There's a lot of things you could try to do with that team. So again, I really wouldn't consider the team as being solid just yet. There's I'm still expecting a lot of line shuffling to be had. Um, and yeah, so we'll see what Culloden does in the future. We'll see if he sticks with the same lineup that he had for Columbus. But considering how Washington is a pretty good team, I feel like he might actually start switching lines up even during in the middle of the game even. So yeah. But anyways, those are just my thoughts so far. I'm sorry that I didn't get to stream. I just didn't feel comfortable just starting up a stream. When there's like when there's like 7 or 8 minutes left in the second period. Like more than half the games has already gone, and I had actually been kind of just sleeping. So, but yeah. Anyways, I'll try my best to stream the Washington game tomorrow night. But if I can't, please try to understand. I'm still going through a lot of personal struggles right now, and all that stuff. So yeah. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.